That stretch came out of nowhere. As soon as I clicked live, I was like, oh, I got a stretch. And it was one of those stretches where like you go into like another dimension where you like can control your body and shit. Gotta love those stretches. Anyways, with my music, here we go. Let's go. Let me check. Battery. Boom, 97% charge. Nice, we don't need the cable anymore. Sweet. So yeah, I had to level up my Sage and Samurai in the back in between, because I was not level 79. So yeah. Here it goes. Extinguishing the last petty. Right. Yeah. I have to like lower the volume of the music a bit if I want to read. Right, so while the two of you were away, I received word that everything is in place, meaning we can proceed with awakening the Talos. Once we imbue the magic, it will steer itself and immediately carry out its designated function, namely taking Mount Gulg in its grasp. Filmina, we may be certain that Vothri will not look on in idleness as we beat a path to his front door. Once our plans are set in motion, there will be no turning back. So see to your preparations as meticulously as you may, and I will give the order to proceed as soon as you are ready. Give the word and I will relay the order to awaken the Talos. Engage! Very well, let us begin. Let us begin. Let's go, team.
Word from the Exarch. All is set on his side, and we may proceed when ready.
Well, we have sufficient stone for our needs.
Likewise, preparations for the imbuing have been made according to thine exacting instructions.
Then you need only say the word.
Let us begin. See that everyone is in position. We shall catch Vothri, mountain and all.
She's so pretty. Especially with the white eyes. I need to change my face. To be as pretty as Ishtala. Well, shit. It's quite a lot of ether. That's no Talus, that's a fucking Titan or some shit. I think my group of friends is more original than your group of friends, I'm just saying. More creative.
lost your touch, you clever old bugger!
But now they can just start shooting. Though, to be honest, I didn't know they had an ability to shoot shit, but whatever.
Do you see what they're doing? If its hands are damaged, it won't be able to cling to the mountain. Oh, I knew this was a terrible idea.
Mr. Positivity over
Wolfrey
here.
marshals the Eaters to his defense. This was only to be expected.
Okay.
We must try and draw as many of them down to the ground as possible. It may not be enough, but we have no other choice.
Okay.
Is that?
Ah. Well.
Such a heartless thing our sapling is. Cold and cruel and heartless.
What's
Sometimes indeed we expressly said, yet what should we find but the final battle joined without so much as a whisper of our name?
Crazy. Oh my god. And heartless. Oh, the boy.
Yes, they also have said that we Fae folk have no interest in the struggles of men. But if our adorable sapling had come crying to us for help, we would of course have flown to her aid. Of course we would. What are we to do with her?
Oh my god, bro. The voice acting for this character, the best.
We are so very, very sad. You will play with us. Cheer us up again!
It's fucking crazy, bitch. Oh my god. I think they're mad at me.
This I did not expect, but I will gladly accept the help.
Oh my god.
I will send word to Y'shtola and the others. Join them at the foot of Mount Gulg and be ready to make the ascent.
Oh man, best character in this fucking expansion. I'm sorry, Emmet's you've been dethroned. Fucking fail. Oh god. Alright, let's do this. Bam ba da ba down. Bow 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 bam 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 bam. I do love that the skybox changes every time something happens. Yeah. I wish we could actually just like ride on this talus instead of just like me going into a queue. The queue would actually be up there and I have to ride up on the talus. I think that would be pretty fun to do. Pretty cool. Oh well. There's what it is. Alright. Everything is here. Everything is here. Everyone. Jesus Christ, I can't even read. Just do this real quick. Boom, boom. The Talus has taken hold of the mountain. As planned, we will use its body as a bridge to reach FFXIV's sanctuary. Seniors will make us work for every yalm, of course. But we will carve a path through their ranks and meet with their master regardless. Gotta lean on something, huh? Gotta be extra cool, Thancred. Last one, there's a rotten egg. Yes. Unlocked. Mount Gould not accessible. $15 I think not. Ain't nobody got time for that shit. Also, let's increase our gear a bit. Ooh, 4 items, nice. How fuck is this chest piece? Oh, it's the dwarves. Got it. Where's this guy? Piety? I guess. Well fed. 40 minutes. I'll give it another minute. If not, then I'll go with the NPCs, I guess. Oh shit. Don't know what this is, but whatever. I kind of want to pee though, so Tank, can we? Holy hell, man! Infinite queue. All right, well, let's go gamble. I love the music, man. Cool sound. Oh, and the music is gone. Come on, come on. Big monies. Oh. Alright. Win some, you lose some more. Oh. Must be this one. Well, maybe not. Oh. Oh, 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 oh. Really, bro? Really, Mr. DPS? Probably went AFK, waited too long. Alright. Well, very cute design. And we're all females again. God damn.
So it is you. You will not defile my new paradise.
Rough. story, bro. Not even close. Oh, come on, man. The second I look away, huh?
Scurrying about my domain like insects! I will not suffer it!
Could be. My first beer today, yeah. How's it going, Vespart? Vesport, right? Yeah, Vesport 21. Hey, chest. More loots. You're definitely the first commentator. I'll give you that. Like, I noticed my view go up, down, but no one commented yet, so you definitely have that one going for you.
Filthy creatures!
Filthy creatures, bro. Filthy animals. Oh. Woo, man. I miss being a tank, because I don't even have to look at the game when I'm tanking. Just fucking run forward, keep AoEing everything. Here I have to like keep looking at what I'm doing. Definitely a different gameplay. What happened? Oh. Oh, I disconnected. Oh. Wait. Speaking of tanks. Ours went offline, I guess. You have a katana? Yeah, where do you get a two-handed katana? Didn't see. Well, that's annoying. So how's your day going? Time to eat a clementine. Ow. Don't you hate it when, like, trying to, you know, peel this shit off, but on, like, the smallest thing comes off, and you're like, motherfucker. It's like it's too rough or something. You know it's gonna be a sour one for sure if it's too rough. Oh! He back. No time to eat the clementine or to finish peeling it. No, but seriously, what is this katana? Odentakai. Really, bro? Man, I swear, sometimes DPS just wanna see me suffer. Here are the balls. Here we? Yep. Should have wasted my abilities before that happens. Oh. Pew. Good fuck.
I am righteousness.
Okay, fatty.
Righteousness will prevail. Can't you do anything by yourself?
Who is he talking to? Aren't they your slaves? Like, they don't really have much of a say in anything, do they? I really hope he's doesn't plan on going all the way up. He's not a warrior. Jesus Christ, bro. The amount of damage he takes out of nowhere. Holy fuck my life. Thank God, bro. A lot of tanks just go through this and they pull like the next two packs, but it's like they can't handle it. Like I cannot spam enough heals for them usually. And then just die. Unless it's a warrior, no one can handle it really. Because warrior has like their own like self heals. The more targets, so it's a lot easier for them. Oh wait, my thing is not on him because he disconnected. I was like, why is he not healing from my abilities?
Very well. If you will not be discouraged.
Then what? Ooh, on the edge, brother. On the edge. Cinema time. Oh. Hello. Oh, it's the lion petter. The hot lady. All right. Thank you for that boost.
Stop that, damn you! I don't care what it takes!
This fucking fatty man. Oh, yeah, it's that thing. Hey. Oh no, that's not it. The other marionette. Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Good. Took me like maybe 10 rounds of this place to figure out how this thing works. Nope. Give me them stacks, thank you. The procs, hell yeah. Oh, here's the big one. Or not. Ah. Already? Huh? Impatient much? Oh, there it is, there it is. Gimme. Stacks. No, it's not it. Oh well, it is what it is. It's shit. Sad day. Sad day. Oh, I was right. It is sour. Alright. Cinema time! Ooh, 2 accommodations. Let's go. Because I'm the shit. I've tried hard.
The end is near, my friends. We have found Vorthra's hiding place.
Okay. He wasn't really hiding, technically. You could easily see where he was. Just couldn't reach there.
Will you not be satisfied until you have brought disaster down on your own heads?
God, that's annoying. The echo.
By your wickedness, you stand to gain naught but ceaseless conflict. Had you only trusted fate to me, there would have been fall.
And the world will be doomed, but yeah.
You could have lived bliss in my eternal paradise, free from the burdens of conscience and purpose.
Dude, now that I think about it, this whole thing, it's like, could have lived in bliss in my eternal paradise, free from burdens of conscience and purpose. Isn't that exactly what the Essence were trying to do with Zodiac? Like, they wanted their eternal paradise back, so, you know, sacrifice 75% population and shit. Obviously, they want to bring them back later. Well, they weren't doing from nefarious reason, but like, this whole eternal paradise thing is a nice recurring thing.
Peace assumes many forms, and I do not doubt that you considered yours well worth the cost. I was even prepared to believe that the end might justify the means. Ignorant as I was, I had hopes that you might mend your ways and join hands with us. That we might strive together for the happiness of all. But no more. Your actions cannot be reconciled with your words.
Only with your dad ass on the floor.
Yet when you were threatened, your first act was to sacrifice your own people in order to save yourself. If your paradise can be rebuilt so long as you alone survive, it exists not for the people. It exists solely for your twisted pleasure.
Basically.
Hear me, Vorthri. The people won't submit to your will, for we each have our own. I made a promise to a noble soul, a woman who saw fit to entrust me with her legacy, and I mean to keep it.
Yep.
Everyone who stands with us has something precious, something that they cherish and would die to protect. They know their own hearts. They know what they want for this world. And by lending their strength to our cause, they have spoken. No matter how hard you may try to bend the world to your will, we will never yield!
Ring got a voice now.
Silence! Not another word! You presume to lecture me? Insolent worms. You will learn your place. With my true powers awakened, I will expunge you like the filth you are. Your demise will serve as a reminder to all that I am the zenith of mankind and sin eater both, chosen to rule over creation by right of transcendence. My very existence is virtuous. I am perfect, immaculate.
He seems disinclined to grant us an audience.
So it will seem.
Find Vor3. We will hold the Eaters here.
As always.
Come! Let's finish this!
I love that, like, they all ignored me and they just, like, went for the Scions instead of me. It's like, bro, I'm the one going forward, you know? It's like, you should just form a wall on the stairs. Like, I can't go any other way. Well, this way it is. Alright, let's start this. Crown of the Immaculate. Long queue. Alright, well, it is what it is. We'll wait it out. But first, BRB. I'm recording that. Well, while it's in queue for so long, I guess I will be right back. Oh shit, I leveled to 80? Nice. Holy shit, man. That last second click. Tell me that wasn't the shit. Oh. There he is.
Are you so
He can actually walk.
die? One last chance, villains! Bow down and acknowledge your king! Your god!
Innocence. I love that they call him Innocence instead of Watery. I don't know about that, bro. Like, maybe when he transforms, he will be Innocence, but right now, he's just fat old Jabba Hutt. Oop.
I will strip you of the illusion of will.
Oh, was there a... Yeah, I think I missed the eye beam or something. Oh. Shut up already, Jesus Christ, bro. You guy's such a crybaby. What is this? What is this indeed, Valkyrie? Badass motherfucker. Well, this game teaches you don't need to go to the gym.
This is the pattern of my ascension. Very well.
Ah, damn.
I shall embrace this trial.
God damn. There's some nice cinematic effects right there. Okay. Ooh. Wait, how did that hit me? I really don't know this fight at all. Holy shit. What is going on, man? It's just an advice. Oh, wait. Holy shit. It's a lot of AoE.
I shall excite the sin of your existence.
Here we go again.
Atone with your life.
Oh, fuck my life, bro.
Know your place.
Woo! The shit, the heals, man. Are you all powerful now? Delusions of grandeur, bro. I love it. Let's just clown. Oh, now she's about to get real. Hello? Hello? Mouse? Hello? Alright, whatever. My right button is not working. My right button is not working. What was the fix for this? I know there used to be a fix, but bruh, fuck off. Hello? Yeah, I can't even leave it this time. Alright, let's do it like this then. For now. My right button's not working, bro. Ah! What did I just do? Wait. Where's my chat now? Oh my god, bro. This game. Where's the chat? Jesus Christ, my life. Oh wait, what if I just click enter? There it is. So dumb. Okay. Holy shit, now that the problem is solved. Yeah, leave duty. Is that Law 3? Yeah. Handsome man, isn't he? I see. It's finally over then. Now night will return to all of Norvrent, bringing salvation to both of our two worlds. Upon speaking with reinstalled cutscenes will play. Hell yeah. Complete. Where's Valtteri? I can't see him. Alright, let's go. Ah, the moment I've been waiting for.
Why am I cast down? But it is you who are the villains.
How am I the villain?
Father told me that I am hope. I am righteousness. That I am a god.
Yeah, don't all fathers love their children?
That is why I was born, as man and sin eater both. I kept the people safe. They respected me, worshipped me.
Such bliss. Why are you guys feeling sad for him? Thanker is the only one with like a realistic view on this. It's like, bro, shut the fuck up. Everyone else is like looking down, as in like feel sorry for him.
I am your god.
Time to suck you up. Suck your white thing into me. But wait a minute. Oh. Oh wait, not it. Not yet.
Fools! Were it not for my decisive action, the whole city would have been overrun, razed to the ground. Yet they dare to complain about casualties? Spare me. I'll wager they were put up to it by those wretches who seek to usurp me. They're stirring up the citizenry. But if they think I will yield to the likes of them, they are gravely mistaken.
Bro.
To be subjected to such deplorable treatment, such ingratitude. You have my sympathy, sir. You do so much good for this city, and you could do so much more were you not surrounded by fools.
I do like this attire more than him.
You're not supposed to be in here.
Well, don't worry about that for
My
now.
apologies for the intrusion, but I come bearing a proposal. One that will ensure the longevity of your reign. But give me the word, sir, and I will bring hither a light warden. By giving its power to the babe within your lady wife's womb, we shall create a transcendent being. A king to rule over all. And as sire to the king, your authority will never again be in question.
Oh, the lion's already here, huh?
Amazing. Before my Vorthri, they behave as docile pets. With this gift, my line should be guaranteed power for perpetuity. We shall rule the whole world.
By all means, sir. United under Yulmor's banner, men will cease fighting and abandon their ambitions. Thus, they will grow fat and complacent, and in their sloth, seal your supremacy.
And the fattest and most complacent of them all was Father. Oh, here it goes.
Are you all right? Say something!
Twelfth End. She cannot contain the light. She's beginning to turn.
Gonna be one
If you
big
fall
light
off your
warden.
sleeve, now is the time.
It's changing back.
all of it.
The combined power of every Light Warden is too terrible a burden for any one soul to bear. And so I shall relieve you of it.
Exarch! What are you doing?
I will channel this profusion of power to the Crystal Tower and use it to travel to other worlds. As I have dreamed of doing ever since I first learned of their existence. Who would choose to remain here in this dying realm when they might go elsewhere and begin anew? Not I. And thus did I use you.
No, no, I don't believe you. It doesn't make sense.
Really don't like her voice actor.
We won't let you do with her as you please.
Do not interfere! Please, I beseech you all, let him go!
Weird plan, by the way, with Urianger knowing it.
You knew of this, Urianger. Tis all a fiction. Such vaguely defined acts of teleportation stand no chance of success. The Exarch will never live to see another world, as he knows only too well.
Yeah, there's no reason for him to tell this thing at all.
What does he mean
if you think about it. Probably
He
explode.
needs to take the light with him into the rift, where he will die. From the beginning, he intended to sacrifice himself to save our friend and Norvrend.
At journey's end, an opportunistic thief makes off with the hero's prize. A paltry way to end a chapter, I concede. Yet your tale will continue, and my role in it will scarcely be remembered. Worry not. Whatever should become of me, I will be happy and free, safe in the knowledge that I have played my part.
Yeah, everyone did call him by his name.
Thank you for fighting for this world, for believing.
I know he would cry or something like that when you call him.
My inspiration.
Not cry, but like have that like expression of like get fucked.
Only those who possess the royal eye of the Allagan Imperial line are capable of controlling the Crystal Tower. Such individuals do not exist in the First. Therefore, in all likelihood, the Exarch arrived here with the tower. This much I had surmised, yet I could not discern his grand scheme. To think that he went through all this trouble for the sake of a single hero. It's almost admirable in its absurdity.
Guy.
Alas, it is not your grand scheme that will succeed, but ours.
You bastard!
I know.
Stay put. Your friend is still alive, but whether he remains so depends on you. What a disappointment you turned out to be.
Fuck you too, man.
I placed my faith in you. Let myself believe that you could contain the light. But look at you now. Halfway to becoming a monster. You are unworthy of my patronage. I am an Ascian. My heart's sole desire is to usher in the great rejoining. 100 years ago, I entrusted my comrade Logriff with the task of increasing light's sway over this world. This we sought to do by manipulating heroes.
Yep.
When that failed to achieve the desired result, I created Vorthri. Thanks to your meddling, that too has ended in failure.
Sorry, bro. Didn't mean to.
What was your true purpose in approaching us?
By your 12, boy, have I not told you before that everything I said was the truth?
By your 12.
You were specimens by which I might gauge man's potential as it stands. I genuinely had an interest in you, genuinely considered taking you on as allies.
Uh-huh.
Provided she could contain and control the light. If not, then she, and by extension you, would be of no use to me. 'Twas as simple as that.
So, we've been found wanting. How disheartening. But even had we fulfilled your conditions, there was no guarantee that we would cooperate. What then?
Kill you? Move on?
Then I simply kill you all. At the very least, it would restore the world to the way it was before you went about trouncing light wardens willy-nilly.
Willy-nilly.
Suffice it to say, it would be most inconvenient to have all that light taken away. And I would be lying if I were to claim his actions didn't have me worried.
Yeah.
You still retain your form and your senses. But you have all but become a sin eater.
Good squat one, by the way.
Whether you will it or no, your
Though if you think about it, his knees are way too far.
Those in your company will likewise
Very
turn into sin eaters. And in time you will succumb to your base instincts and hunt innocents to feast on their sweet, sweet ether.
Yeah, his thighs are way too long.
Few with the will left to fight may rise up against you. But before your absolute might, they will quickly know despair. There is no hope. We are finished. Mankind is finished.
Tancred, shoot him from afar, bro. You got a gun?
Oh, the irony. What Vorthri achieved through bliss, you achieved through despair. But I have overstayed my welcome. I shall look forward to seeing you bring the world to its knees, hero. Exarch! I have naught to show for all the time and effort I invested in you. He is a small token for my troubles. I did not expect that I could learn aught from man, but I may yet learn something from all the knowledge he had hoarded for his precious hero.
Lying. Toodles.
I pity you, I do.
Thanks.
Your friends are now your foes. If you do not kill them, they will kill you. When it all becomes too much to bear, seek me out at my abode in the dark depths of the Tempest. There, you may complete your descent into madness with some dignity, far from prying eyes.
Thanks. So generous, bro. Inviting me to your house and everything.
Till then, I bid you farewell. Eater.
Ah, finally.
Is it all a dream?
You're confused, and small wonder. After you collapsed, Emmet's self vanished. Then Reen did what she could to stay the raging of the light within your body. Thanks to her, you're still you, but she's only delayed the inevitable. You're not going to like what you see, but you still need to see it.
Well, shit.
It's like this all over. The whole of Norvrat is shrouded in light again. And it's because of you, and the power you absorb from the Wardens. No one knows but your friends. When they carried you down from the mountain, they told everyone waiting below that they didn't understand why the light had returned. And now they're out there trying to allay the people's fears, while searching for a way to save you.
Oh. That vision. That, what's her name? Tesleen had.
If you're well enough to be up,
Everything turns white.
some fresh air. Better that than stewing in here. Go on. Go.
Okay. Dude. stand tall. Gordon overlooked. Damn. Shit just went south. It's the storm before the calm. Yeah. Oh, miss, you're awake. You were injured during the foray on Mount Gulg, yes? I was here at my station as always when they carried you in on a makeshift stretcher looking disturbingly bereft of vigor. And to compound my worry, the sky has, well, I'm sure you've seen, it has everyone rather concerned, to say the least. Seeing you up and about in the first good news we've had in a while. Assuming you feel strong enough, would you mayhap consider a stroll around the city to reassure our anxious citizens? Bragi was one of those who helped convey you to your chambers, and he has visited several times since to inquire after your condition. Wait, and to pick up the healer quest. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Choke, sputter. That should have better than to sneak up on a dwarf mid-flagon. Not even a proper greeting neither. Look here. Lottie ho! The name's Gyat. Lottie ho. See? Now that's a greeting. Lolly ho's aside, just who are you anyway? I dare said, remember someone like yourself if we had ever met. Oh, you're from the same strange land as a crystal exarch, you say? Oh, well. He's an odd sort, the exarch is. He knows things, right? He's got some sort of mystical power. Don't suppose you're the same, are you? Because I could use someone with powers the likes of which this world has never known. I'm hunting sin eaters, you see? Well, one in particular. Leave it to me. A healer, and not half bad at the job, eh? I like your confidence. And I wish I could take your word for it, since you sound like just what I'm looking for, but I have to ask you to prove it. How about you prove that you're worthy of my company, huh? There's no need for that. Listen here, the sin eater I hunt ain't your average abomination. You don't blame me for wanting to make sure that I'm not leading you on to your grave. That would be bad for the both of us. So get yourself on over to the Forest of the Lost Shepherd and we'll see what you got. I'll do these later. Let's finish up the questing. Who's Bragi again? I had no idea. Okay. Well, look who's back from the dead. That was a grim sight. Your companions looked fair ready to drop when they brought you in. So I offered a helping hand. Couldn't bear to see them struggle so. And you, my friend, I feared you had one foot in the grave. Cold and lifeless you were, like a corpse that was somehow still breathing. Then they told me some evil bastard went and snatched our poor exarch away in the midst of the chaos. Wicked White, what in the world was this world coming to? But moaning never solved a thing, did it? Nay, it's times like these that we Crystarium folk stand tall and do what needs to be done. Trade with Yulmor is back on the table. We had best make use of those resources to fortify the city against the Eaters, or whatever misery the fates deem fit to throw at us next. Speaking of misery, Jezebel was worried sick. People gotta start worrying. I am the MC. A healer wringing her hands. It's not a sight you ever wish to see, let me tell you. Alright. Let's go Jezebel. Jezebel. Oh, sweetie, you're alive. No one's been allowed to see you. Even Spagirix chirurgeons were forbidden from making visits. Reen was kind enough to tell me you were showing symptoms similar to ether corruption, so I suppose there was little any of us could have done for you in any case. As for your companions, they have been rushing hither and yon, seeking a cure to your condition. I worry to see their faces grown ever more haggard every time they pass through the Crystarium. I shall let them know you're awake, and when they come to see you, sweetie, please do convince them to rest a bit. They won't be helping anyone if they all collapse of exhaustion. And our own Morin has been little better. I'm afraid he hasn't left the cabinet, too busy with his nose buried in one dusty tomb or another. I'm supposed to go to Morin now? Damn, bro. Just let me keep going. Nope. I need curiosity. That's the one. Confound, this says the same thing as the last. Mayhap I should approach the problem from a different perspective. Lumina, is it surely you and not some figment of my imagination? Been a while, huh? Oh, but this is wonderful. It would seem our prayers have been answered. Feeling otherwise helpless, I've been scouring our shelves for the wisdom to explain this most worrisome conundrum. Why am I yawning so much? Holy fuck. Why, with all the light wardens defeated, has the light returned to obscure the sky? I must have pored over 100 tombs, but no definitive conclusion seems forthcoming. So many questions I was posed to the Exarch, and thus do I feel his absence all the more keenly. Now that you're awake, however, I am hopeful the search for our stolen steward might begin in earnest. Catelys, meanwhile, leads the crystalline mean in preparations for battle. Though against what foe we are as yet uncertain. Why not pay her a visit? I expect seeing you upright would be a much welcome relief. Jesus. Just give me something to do, not go and visit everyone. Oh, it's the, yep. With a crafting chick. Hell yeah. Filomena, alive and well, I see. You gave us all a proper fright, you know that? Not a day's gone by that I haven't heard folk worrying the what's to become of you or the Exarch. Anyway, I'm glad you've recovered enough to stand. You're not planning on striking out straight away either, are you? I was hoping to have a better look at your equipment. If we'd been able to provide you with better weapons or sturdier helms, then maybe you would have won the day and the Exarch would still be here. Yeah, that's not exactly how it works. As such, we're keeping busy consulting each other on new forging techniques and designs and the like. If you could stand still a moment, I'd like to assess the gear we're trying to improve. It's not a problem with the gear. Oh, yeah, do some pantomime, yeah. Well, that's some fine work, I must admit. It wouldn't be impossible to make something better. We'd need to experiment with different patterns of material, and I'm not sure we have that kind of time. That sounds like a challenge that he would enjoy. Greetings, Gleanar. The master of the stairs is running his own errands now, is he? Ah, well, my servants are distraught enough as it is, and I didn't want to crack the whip too hard. But never mind that. I'm thinking our absent genius and his epiphanies are the perfect answer to this predicament of yours. And by genius you mean old Grenold? Oh, he's a man of unrivaled gifts, I won't argue with you there. But what good does his talent do us if we can't bloody find him? No one's seen hide nor hair of Grenold since he wandered off some years ago. You know what he's like once he latches onto an idea. He's probably cloistered himself in some forgotten cave, completely absorbed in his latest creation and wouldn't even know where to start looking. That does make things difficult. Still, if that eccentric is someone you're destined to meet, I wager he'll show up soon enough. In my time at the bar, many's the tale I've heard told of strangely fated encounters, even if a few of them might be stretching the truth just a bit. Such as a traveler from a different world that was possessed by Void, ended up on the first, and then became part of the group of the heroes of light. Yeah, something like that. That's a stretch of the imagination, of course. We'll keep our noses to the grindstone for the time being, but on the off chance you do encounter Grenold, you'd be wise to take advantage of his brilliance rather than waiting on our slow and steady progress. This is all talk for when you're fully recovered. Of course, I'll let you get back to convalescing. Eh? Before you do that, you're actually the reason I came over here in the first place. I don't suggest partaking of my stock until you're properly well, but if you're passing near the stairs, then I have a few regulars I'd like to introduce to you. You too. Ah, that's the job quest. I'd best be getting back. Just because the world's coming apart at the seams doesn't mean we have to follow suit now, right? Righto. Here, we can't forget the heart upon which the city was founded, or the Exarch might not have much of a home to return to. Let me know. Are you alright? I think a return to your sickbed might be in order. Or you might consider resting a while atop the watchtower next to the rookery. This damnable sky doesn't make for the most soothing scenery, but the Exarch often liked to stand there and feel the wind upon his face. What's this? Spent whoop whoop, woohoo, whoop, woohoo, whoop whoop, woohoo. And I went to the wrong spot. Hell yeah. I can just jump off though. Oh, come on, man. Thank you. This is something you can climb, to be honest. Oop. Nice. Guess you can. I don't know, I like the view from there better, because you get to see Paul Crystarium. Yeah. Interacting with the destination.
The people of this city have spirit, I'll give them that. They've not lost the will to fight.
They've been through a lot. I guess.
I can imagine how torn you must feel, looking at that sky. Knowing what it means to everyone. And that you're responsible.
Thanks, man. Definitely not putting salt on the wounds. It's all such a mess. Whatever. Doesn't matter, they're all goody two-shoes.
If you're thinking of coming clean, don't. It might make you feel better, but it would make things 100 times worse for them. They're better off not knowing. You're in a corner, and there doesn't seem to be any obvious way out. But that doesn't mean it's over. However hopeless it seems, you haven't lost yet. I remember looking up at the sky like this before. Being caught up in a strange kind of calm. It was after we realized we were responsible for the flood.
Yep.
When we resolved to journey to the source by taking our own lives. One last sacrifice. One last fight. One last failure. And then the Oracle appeared and, well, you know the rest.
Yeah. It's good cinematic.
There were times in the years and decades that followed when I wondered if we might not have been better off just letting the rejoining happen.
In the grand scheme of things, probably.
That we'd made one last mistake. But seeing that giant Talos stir to life cured me of any doubts I still had. Always we took the burden of fighting upon ourselves. That's what heroes do, isn't it? So we never had the chance to see anything like that. Our people coming together as one. To think that their hope still burns so bright. That they were still so eager to live, they would lift up their fellows, one on top of the other, till they reached the sky. No. We made the right decision. And I can finally feel proud of the part we played in helping this world survive. Well, come on then. As I thought. What happened between us was no coincidence. My story may be finished, but the fates have gifted me a minor role in yours. I suspected as much the moment I realized you could hear me. But it's hard not to doubt yourself when you're the man who caused the flood. I was afraid to do anything more than watch for fear of making things even worse. But no longer. After all, the path I once walked is now yours to finish. For what it's worth, I cast my lot with yours. If you need a push, I'll be right there behind you. If you lose control, I'll do my best.
The sentence from Endwalker.
So, let us be about it, hero.
Oh, I was worried you were up here all alone, brooding and fretting and wallowing in your woes. But look at you, grinning at nothing like a pollen-drunk pixie.
Fucking fail, bro. Oh god.
Look at what you've done to your ether. It's a mess. And you have cracks running all through that pretty soul of yours. My poor little sapling. Whatever am I to do with you?
What are you to do with me, really?
Shall I yield up my throne? You could claim it, cut ties with the mortal world, hide away in the castle. It won't fix the problem, but would it really matter? If any pesky heroes come calling with steel and magic, all of Il Meg will rise up in your defense. My crown and scepter are yours, if you want them. What? Don't give me that look. Of course I knew before I asked that you'd never ever heed such a wicked suggestion.
Fucking voice actor.
And besides, what would become of my precious and ephemeral flower? Oh, my dear beloved sapling. You are lost, confused, and have precious little time to gather your wits. Your kind is always so preoccupied with what lies ahead, and so we muddle your vision with fog and glamour. But such trickery is easy to see through. Stand very, very still. Think not of where you need to go, but where you are right now at this moment, at this time, in this place. Our cairn of crystal. From shadowed hood he watched you go, his ruby eyes with warmth aglow.
Nice poem.
See yourself as he saw you, and that shall be the clearest clue.
It's a nice poem.
You stand in his garden, dear sapling. Ask his flowers what they know, and you will surely find an answer. But what will you do with it, I wonder? I'll be watching and waiting. Waiting and watching.
Deep. Jump. Ow. Oh. I'd not expect to see you on your feet so soon. Surely you have not come in search of an Amaro. What do I know of the Crystal Exarch? I'm happy to share, but I fear there will be no surprising revelation. As any in the city could tell you, he is a man of wisdom and compassion with many untold secrets. But none can doubt his generosity. When the Crystarium was being constructed, he even allowed folk to plunder the tower for resources. He has imposed no restrictions upon us but one. No one except the Exarch is permitted to dwell within the spire. Many seasons passed. A comrade of mine was bold enough to ask the reason why. The Exarch merely smiled and said, because one day the Crystal Tower may vanish as suddenly as it arrived. Okay. Fair. And you with it. Sard. Lumina, it is good to see you awake and alert, my friend. What's this about? You're not writing the Exarch's memoirs, are you? I'm not sure how much I can tell you, considering we avoid asking too many questions, unspoken rule and all that. If anyone has fresh insights to share, then it'd be Captain Lena, I'd say. She lost her parents to an Eater attack not long after she was born, and the Exarch saw to her upbringing. Outward appearances aside, those two are like grandfather and granddaughter. I imagine the news of his predicament hit her doubly hard. Not that our proud captain would ever let it show. If you do decide to talk to Lena, she'll be at her usual post at the Extensor Gate. Even get up there. Seems like a very oh, there's the doors, okay. But yeah, not a very comfortable library. I mean, like, how do you even get to like the upper shelves and shit? Oh, was there something else you needed? If you've come for the results of my research into this persistent light, I'm afraid there's little to tell you as of yet. Records pertaining to the Exarch. Well, I need no documentation to relay what little I know of his history, if that is what interests you. Less than a decade had passed since the coming of the Flood, when the Crystal Exarch first flashed into existence. Its summoner, the Exarch himself, came known to the refugees in Lakeland soon thereafter. Welcomed all who sought out the spire, be they locals who had lost their homes or Voibirtites, whatever, fleeing their ruined kingdom. And together they found the city, which would become the Crystarium. Some thought to call him king, for he refused to share his name, but the summoner did not deem himself worthy of royal address, even though. Thus did the people, considering his scintillating skin, saw alike to the tower he had summoned, and bestowed upon him the title of Crystal Exarch. As for his true name, well, it would seem that is a mystery that remains unsolved to this day. It's Grahatia. I solved it. What is the reward for this solution? Yeah, close enough. Stand tall. Hop. I mean, I was not told you had awoken. A welcome surprise now, if only the exec was returned to us. He was taken by this rival of yours, was he not? Your companions mentioned they had an idea of where to find him. And so I bristled when they asked for patience. I did not understand their hesitation until I saw that you had fallen. Only then did I realize that I had no business rushing ahead. It's like, we must go after him. Meanwhile, I'm like fucking done. Okay, maybe a bit later. Even so, the delay has been no less agonizing. Well, in the moments before he left to join you in Colusia, the Exarch entrusted me with a key. It opens the door in the ocular to a chamber known as the Umbilicus. This room is the heart of the tower, into which only the Exarch himself is permitted to enter. He bid me allow now into the tower once he had departed. Only in the event that an army of eaters descend upon the city was I to access the Umbilicus and awaken the defensive barrier. Never before had he left me with such instructions, but the battle with Vothri loomed near, and at the time I accepted the key without much thought. Since then, however, that moment is all that occupies my mind. And I recall the look upon his face. He knew that some terrible fate awaited him. Tell me, Filmina, I need to know what he feared. What battle you and your companions are truly fighting. Forgive me, I trust in the Exarch and I should not be voicing these doubts when he is not here to respond to them personally. But you have come to me with a question of your own, have you not? I see I am not the only one who burns for answers. The time has come to open the tower's heart. Though we do not face an invasion of eaters, I suspect the city will be in far more danger. Far more danger. You do not gain the knowledge you seek. Yep. Lina urges you to follow her. Come, meet me in the ocular and I will unlock the door within. Bam bam bada 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 da ba ba bada 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 da. Oh god, yeah. Neck is super tight. I'm cracking it a bit by like literally like letting go on it to the side, and it just cracks. That's how tight the neck is. It's crazy. Mrs. Filmina, the captain said to expect you. Yes.
I have unlocked the door to the Umbilicus. You are free to enter.
Unlock the door to the Umbilicus. You are free to enter.
Once you have what you require, I'll see it sealed once more. Until then, I will remain without.
Dankeschön. Oh, the Oriancha stuff.
A moment to collect my thoughts, I prithee. Thy true name is Grahatia, then? By thy claims, thou too art a native of the Source,
though from an age beyond our own, when the 8th umbral calamity hath visited devastation upon our star. Thou hast, by subtle means, reached across the boundaries of time and space to unsow the seeds of catastrophe, ere its creeping vines drag our champion unto an early grave.
Basically, yeah. Something along that.
Yes. A difficult story to swallow, I am sure.
I doubt not the veracity of thy words, not the account of thy coming, nor that of the fated calamity.
He just doesn't want to be.
My mind straineth still to apprehend the enormity of this tale. Wouldst thou favor me with a gradual unfolding of its chapters?
Certainly. But where to begin? I should start with those great minds who survived the calamity. Sid Garland being perhaps the greatest. In hopes of staying the unending tides of war, he and his fellows pursued all manner of possible solutions. One of these was rooted in a theory which unified several fundamental principles discovered over the course of the Warrior of Light's adventures. It proposed a method by which one could enter the River of Time, traverse the rift, and leap between worlds. Perfecting that idea, however, was a work which consumed their lifetimes, and thus was it left to future generations to decide whether theory would be put into practice. But all the while, the world continued to burn. Hope was a feeble outpost, beset on all sides by thievery and misery and murder. People cried out in despair, "There is no hope, we are finished. Mankind is finished." Then others raised their voices in answer. Though we be beyond salvation, those who came before may yet be saved. We will forge a crossroads and pave the way for a different future. By the wisdom of our forebears, we will prevent this calamity from ever having come to pass. The fighting went on unabated, but some few took up Sid's research and labored to realize those impossible ideas. After 2 centuries of labor, their descendants finally succeeded in awakening the Crystal Tower, an integral part of the process, and, in doing so, roused its caretaker, me. By this stage, scholars had largely established the phenomena underpinning the rejoining, and identified the first as the shard which precipitated the 8th umbral calamity. This grand structure was already capable of storing the energies required to attempt the translocation. All that remained was to augment some few of its functions based upon the theoretical models of Sid and his compeers.
And by means of such technologies didst thou effect thine arrival in the first, to an age before this star had joined with the Source.
Some while before, as it turned out. 'Tis all but impossible to predict how time will flow between one world and the next, and we missed our mark by almost an entire century.
Yeah, just a bit.
But this only worked in our favor. The Sin Eaters could not be defeated without the blessing of light, and summoning the only woman who might stand a chance against them would require decades of preparation.
There are so many problems with this story, it's crazy. Give me a second. First of all, if I remember the source, the reason that there was a calamity to begin with was because they released the Black Rose, because me attacking with the Alliance was put Garlemald in a bad spot, so they had to use it. Okay, sure. However, this doesn't stop what's his name? Xenos from going there and reclaiming his body. Like, nothing that I would have done would have stopped Xenos from reclaiming his body. And also, Xenos doesn't want to use the poison because he wants a fair fight. So what should have happened is, oddly enough, so Xenos still kills his father. We still go and fight Xenos. We beat Xenos. Which, by the way, where's Findaniel and all of this? So it doesn't really make sense. But whatever. We beat Xenos in a 1v1. Whoever became the new ruler of Garlemald, let's say we beat him on the field. So, like, Garlemald decides we have a new leader now. Sure. And they decide to unleash Black Rose. But here's the problem. To unleash Black Rose, wouldn't that mean that... what's his name? Gaius and Estinian failed in destroying all of the factories, even though Xenos would probably not make more factories because he doesn't care for something like Black Rose. So that's problem number one. Just the Black Rose thing just doesn't make a lot of sense. The other thing is, like, the whole time traveling is always a problem, right? First of all, why are the sources go on different timelines if they all connect to the source at one point? Does that make sense? It's not like the Assassins are timing the disaster to happen at a specific time where the timelines align, right? They just, they just do it whenever they can. They just try timing them both at the same time, or at least it wasn't mentioned. Maybe they are doing it at a specific time, right? That's another kind of issue with the time travel. The other thing is, like, with the time travel, it's like, then why don't you go back and, like, cancel out all the other calamities too? Would that, if you cancel out the calamity, would that save the other worlds that were already, like, rejoined? Because there's, like, 7 worlds that were rejoined. I don't know if the Void counts, because I'm pretty sure the Void wasn't rejoined, right? Because it's a reflection onto itself. So it wasn't rejoined. That means there's other 7 rejoinings. That means that Void is shit, like it's gone, plus 7 other stars. So there's 8 reflections that are fucked. And the first is gonna be the 9th-ish, because we will be rejoined with the 9th. But that also means that our reflection, like the main character, like the hero's champion's reflection, or like his, soul shard, whatever you want to call it, is still in the Void, in the 13th. I'm gonna assume it's the person that we are traveling with right now, but I can't assume that. But yeah, so it's like, and then so that means that would be the 9th. That means there's only 4 other reflections we can go to. I'm just going, like, completely off now, but it's like, why this doesn't make sense is basically already, like, I pretty much covered it. Like, this whole thing, like, doesn't really make sense. Also, why would Grahatia conceal that he is Grahatia? If we knew it's Grahatia, we would actually be even more inclined to help him. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But yeah, whatever.
An undertaking of scarce credible endurance. That thou hast kept thy plan from falling into disarray these many years bordereth on the miraculous.
What else does he have to do?
Yet howsoever history be rewritten, thy present self was shaped by events which followed the calamity. Should said catastrophe be averted, the very skein of thine existence will unravel. Surely thou hast foreseen this.
I am aware of the consequences. 'Tis for that very reason Sid and his colleagues bequeathed their legacy as an offering, and not an edict.
Here's another problem with this whole thing, how he would have solved it. Like, let's say he did solve it by, like, taking the light, traveling between dimensions and exploding the light there. Let's say that happened. There's absolutely no guarantee that the scions would return to the source because of this. There's like absolutely like nothing that would indicate that they would. So he essentially is gonna basically kill himself and all the Scions for this. Kind of a very selfish plan, not gonna lie. If you think about it, it's like it's a really bad plan. Really bad. But yeah.
To give all of oneself for the happiness of others, and with no promise of reward. 'Tis a hard thing to ask. Harder still for those condemned to survive in a world which pitted brother against brother. Indeed, you are right to call the execution of this plan miraculous, though the force which held it together was nothing so inexplicable. It was her. The warrior of light has been our unbroken thread. Where others would stumble and fall, she would rise above. Where others would break and run, she would carry on. The warrior of light's tale is one of unyielding bravery. To tell it was to feel courage. To hear it was to feel hope. It was a breath of inspiration in an age of suffocating shadow. In the histories of a fallen nation was our hero hailed as its greatest ally. In the time-worn pages of a noble's memoirs were her deeds joyously retold. For many, these stories were the flame which warmed them through the coldest of nights.
Damn. I had some impact.
And so it should come as little surprise that the plan found no shortage of volunteers, concerning as it did the Warrior of Light herself. It was their chance to add their own verse to the hero's saga. She was the lodestar that brought them all together, to send their final message back through time and space to her. The light of your legacy was our torch in the darkness. Burn bright again and live. I am merely the bearer of that wish, come to ensure it is safely delivered.
Wherefore sharest thou this burden with me and no other? What wouldst thou have me say?
Poor Ryanja, man. If anything, I feel bad for Ryanja, man.
That you will be my accomplice? 'Twas you yourself who convinced me of your suitability when you spoke of how you learned of the Flood, and of your part in arranging Minfilia's journey to the First.
Yeah, man, it's been eating him ever since. Now you want to do this shit?
Your actions showed uncommon resolve. 'Twas clear you were committed to the cause of saving this world. I knew I could trust you to choose the right path forward, even if that choice came with a heavy price.
Dick move. Just saying.
What price?
When all is said and done, and the last of the Light Wardens lies slain, I will absorb their corrupted ether, and then I will die. Knowing what I know of your companions, not to mention your champion, they will try to stop me. But in saving one, they would save none. Therefore, I implore you to aid me in concealing my identity, and ensuring this tale ends as it must.
Yeah, still doesn't have to conceal his identity though.
I have told you of the calamity, and make of it a portent. A prophetic vision you beheld in the swirling chaos of the rift.
Is this truly thy wish?
History remembered the Warrior of Light, as I knew it would. And I will suffer no other to rescue the champion whose star has charted my course. I will see this tale to a happy end, my friend. There has been enough tragedy.
Careful now. If you lose control again, the light could claim you for good. Although it's probably only a matter of time before you succumb to the change in any case.
Thanks, Captain Obvious and Positivity.
What do you mean to do?
I need to have a few words. Definitely.
We should be on our way. Dacian mentioned the Tempest, did he not?
Hmm?
That's the stormy seas around Calusia to you. His lair must be down there somewhere.
Lair.
Beneath the waves.
Lair. We should all get such a lair as he has. Yeah. Find the answer you sought. If there's nothing more you need, I will go and lock the door. Questions about the Tempest. The Tempest, that is the name given to the seas by which Calusia is bound. If you make a request to the Tamers, they will provide you with an Amar to fly you over the waters. But... you mean to leave right this moment? Alone? Not sure that... Nay, I will not seek to stop you. Go with the blessings of the Shadow and I shall await your safe return. Require an Amaro, just a moment, and I shall settle our swiftest beast to fly you to the island. The open water, to the depths of the Tempest. Our Amaro can swim, yes, but to reach the ocean floor... probably not. Ay.
Ah, we have found thee.
We have found thee.
Word reached us of thy recovery, and thus did we gather with all haste. Ah. By thy looks, I gather thou hast gleaned that which I came to tell thee.
Yeah. A clue or two.
Urianger has shared everything with us. The Exarch's true identity and purpose.
I offer no excuses. When I agreed to aid the Exarch with his plans, 'twas in full acceptance of the condemnation I would face when my duplicity was laid bare. Yet it is not rancor, but resolve that I sense in thee. Thou art fully intent upon walking thy path to its end, art thou not?
Yeah.
If thou canst forgive my deception, or, failing that, set aside thy displeasure for a time, I do beg leave to follow thee. What strength and wisdom I possess are thine to command.
Bro, I'm not the leader, I'm just the weapon you guys use. I forgive you, let's go. I am a danger to those around. I forgive you, let's go. So fuck it. I don't give a shit.
I thank thee. Doubt not but that I will do all in my power to repay thy kindness and fulfill the Exarch's wishes.
I'm sorry, but I don't think this is a good idea.
No one asks you, girl.
Leaving the Crystarium, I mean, with or without Urianche. What I did for you won't last forever. There's no telling when the light will break free again.
Yeah, so what do you want to do? Sit and wait?
Please, you must stay here. At least for a little while longer. We will find a way to cure this, I promise you.
If you want to get something done right, you gotta do it yourself.
Promises. We don't even know where to start.
Damn, bro. Don't lash out at her.
Alisaie, please. You know Reen was only trying to help.
Of course I know! I know only too well! But making promises you have no way of keeping is not a kindness. It's a lie. Plain and simple.
She's not wrong. But...
High and low for an answer. And every one of us came back empty-handed. I am not about to stand in her way now. Not after failing her in her hour of need. No. The least we can do is...
See this through.
We will go with you as well. There is naught to be gained by standing still.
Amen.
Indeed, we have exhausted every other avenue. Lead and we shall follow. If there is any hope to be found, then we will surely find it at your side.
Are we all in agreement then?
Is there aught we can do to help?
Though we may not know the whole story, we do know you're in for a fight.
Yep.
And while the Exarch's away, it falls to the rest of us to see the Warrior of Darkness is given a proper send-off.
I thought they didn't know.
You told them!
No. Well, not in so many words.
Aye, we didn't need it spelled out for us. When the night sky appeared over whichever place you went to, it was harder not to put two and two together.
Seriously.
From the moment I heard that you and the Exarch shared the homeland, I had my suspicions. Long had he been waiting for a certain someone to arrive, and I knew at once that it must be you.
Exactly. When he went up to meet you, 'twas clear it was no ordinary visitor. That spring in his step spoke volumes. I could feel his excitement.
Spring in his steps.
That's right!
We do not fully understand where you or the Exarch hail from, or why you've all done so much to protect us. But we are deeply grateful nonetheless. So, if there is anything at all we might do to aid your journey, you need only name it. What would you have of us?
Need a way to the Tempest.
You might have invited them to join us, where there are not so many. But come, they are waiting. What is your will, O Warrior of Darkness?
I don't think there's any good answer here. I mean, that doesn't help us right now. This doesn't do anything. Basically, the best prepare for the worst. There's nothing else you can do. You guys are useless. Yeah, what's happening with that? I don't believe it. Hope for the best, prepare for the worst. Jesus Christ, man. Yeah, it's applause, bro. Some weirdest option there. Okay. Thou didst plan to commandeer Namaro for thy journey to the open sea. Fear the following dive down onto Emet-Selk's underwater boat would drain even the thy legendary stamina. Nah, man, I can breathe underwater. Why are you standing like this? Or is that her regular stand? I guess it is. Thus, during thy convalescence, we considered the most efficacious, method for reaching the depths of the Tempest, and I believe we have arrived at an elegant solution. Yet, ere we discuss this step, I suggest thou dost conclude such pressing business as remains to thee in the Crystarium. Once the sea closeth above our heads, we are unlikely to surface again until our grand deed is done. The storm-tossed seas. Urianger is patiently awaiting word that you are ready to depart. If thine affairs are in order, then I shall unfold to thee my proposal. Our destination is the ocean floor, yet our goal is not simply to arrive there. Nay, we must needs have the means to breathe and fight freely. Thus would I petition the aid of one of the Fae, a being with whom I have yet to meet face to face. Rather than waste words on explanation, I bid thee follow me unto the hamlet of Sullen, which lieth to the south and west. All will become abundantly clear, I promise thee. Down. Actually, where is it? Over there? How close is this? Not pretty far. Alright. Quite the run. That's for show. Okay, let's move these guys. Oh. And this is all technically Colossia, I guess, and the aftermath. So I can probably just do that. Editing. Call this. And from now on, it's Amurat, basically. Or whatever the Tempest, or I'm gonna call it, I don't know yet. Deep water dive. And my sound is gone for some reason. Okay. Yep. Game, please. Jesus Christ. Sound, hello? Am I being disconnected? Fuck. Invisible wall? What was that? I'm driving so fast the map cannot keep up with me. Basically is what it's saying. This place is called Brick? Really? Kind of like that rare in WoD Brick House. Volume, what are you doing to me? I'm gonna have a nice relaxing chat over here. Should be right here. Yep. I get disconnected or some shit? No, doesn't look like it. Connection seems to be fine. Ah, there we go. Jesus. There to the west, canst thou discern the hump of an isle rising above the water? That foliage-covered mass hideth the key to our safe descent. Swim close and plunge thee beneath the surface. Thou shalt soon divine the reason for mine insistence. Though it be much to my shame, I can but flail and flounder where thou mayest glide as a fish. I shall board a boat to the island, and spare one and all the spectacle of mine inept strokes. Look, it's Vayne. She came here from League of Legends. He can dive, so we can fly. Hell yeah. It's an eye, looks like. Two curved slabs of rock seem squeezed together here, giving the impression of giant stone eyelids. Yep. Though it appears solid enough, the rock yields slightly under your touch. Was the surface gently shifting, or was it just your imagination? Ah, I made it. But I can't go there, can I? Damn it. And now we swim slowly again. Is this the way up? I don't even know. Doesn't look like it. Nope, does not look like it is. Hey, nope, not it. Oh, there we go. Right around the corner. How'd Alphino get here with his swimming skills? Well, what hast thou discerned? I've discerned that it's an ordinary island. It reminds me of a certain primal. Just like the big one, yeah. It reminds me of a certain primal. Most perceptive, according to the lore of the pixies, we are, even now, perched upon the back of an ancient fey entity. Its name is Bismarck, yea, the self-same title by which we know the great feathered whale revered by the Vanu Vanu of the source. I would enlist its aid to bear us onto the deep and thence banish the water with any airy sphere, alike in form to the domes which do shelter the hamlets near the Ruby Sea. Okay. Within its compass we may move unencumbered and defend ourselves. When the hour of battle cometh, as it most surely shall. Now I must needs ask for silence whilst I make my supplication. Yo, 060, what's happening? Isn't this a dungeon? I think it is.
Wir Sach, Bilan Bismail.
Long has it been since my name was called. Why do you wake me, little neighbor?
Fallen si Lord Wislan. Ada si Alinal.
To the bottom of the Western Sea we go. I need your help. This world is in twilight. I wait for the sun to set. I wish only to sleep.
Oh dear. I don't need to speak Fae to know that didn't go well.
I know what to do. Bing! Finally, he called me.
Oh, my snee yak! You've learned to call me at last!
A snee yak.
And where do you go? On a trip? A journey? I knew you wouldn't give up without a fight.
It's crazy, Pixie.
Mortal, I shall help you in any way I can.
Star's gonna start yelling at him. Leave it to me.
Yes, Bismail win picked.
You old Pixie.
Drom Jacob. Van Red Rithje. What a rare thing to awaken to. My beautiful king, if it be thy wish, then so shall it be done. Be sure to scrub this one's teeth for him upon your return. It's only good manners.
It will be done, Your Majesty. Our deepest thanks for your timely intervention.
An agreement is reached and your departure is at hand. You wingless ones best hold on tight. May the blessings of the Fae keep you safe, Inba.
Shining souls, Imba. Imba is shining souls. Got it. To the Western Sea we go, wrapped in my breath. I will see you to your destination, little neighbors. Whee! It's a flying whale. Goddamn. Everyone's gonna be like, what the fuck is that?
And just like that, it's all gone back to the way it was.
What was you expecting? 100 years of honey and rainbows?
Would be nice, wouldn't it?
Seeing them Yulmore types wake up and smell the ashes was miracle enough for me.
But the magic in the air when that ladder started moving. And when that great hulking Talos rose up. Gods.
What about the trolley? Oh, never happened.
I could live 1,000 years and never behold anything so amazing.
Yeah, just turn around.
What the? Do you see that?
Hello.
What a monster! Where did it even come from?
Maybe you wanna run.
Whoa there! It's not stopping!
It's not stopping!
Run! Run!
Could have easily killed people with that shit, by the way. Couldn't he have just landed a bit further in, so it's like wouldn't cause so much damage? I have fulfilled my duty. I return now to the lake. Clock. I have not flown in an age. It was pleasant. May your journey be a safe one, little neighbors. Do we use Bismarck again for something? That's right, there's a dungeon.
Wow.
Yeah, gonna see some crazy shit hanging out with me, Rin. Damn, that armor's sick though. The summer armor.
Bismarck. See how it swells to form a dome beneath the waves? The waters recede. The tempest's floor is laid bare. In defiance of the blinding sky, this place holds fast to its gloom. The last refuge of he who denies the light with every fiber of his being. You stand at the precipice, hero. Journey unto the heart of darkness. Finish it.
The soundtrack though. The soundtrack. Okay. Let me check something real quick. I think I put something that shouldn't have been put there. Oh, I didn't record it. Yeah, I should definitely record that one. Oh well. Yeah, where does this start? Unlock door to unlock this, you're free. Okay. Alright. Let's go. I'll have to stop basically when it gets time to... Oh, I thought for some reason we start down here, but yeah, we start up here, huh? I have to stop the stream when it gets to the point where I have to do jump quest. I'll grab food at that point, take a break. Read am I that Bismarck was true to his word. We are arrived in the Tempest safe and dry. 'Tis here that we shall find the lair of Emmett Selk, and I believe the imprisoned Exarch as well. For an Asian alone, it is of course a trifling matter to flee onto the rift, yet I suspect such travel is nigh impossible with a mortal in one's custody. Nay, he would not soon risk his prize when the Exarch's very body serveth as the key to the Crystal Tower and its powers of temporal transportation. As am I all but certain that this underwater realm harboureth our friend and enemy both. We have but to find them. That would be really cool if instead of like fighting him itself, it would be like, yo, can we just send you back in time to like your time? And you know, speak with Inewil at Vanmont Yards in Calusia to return to the Tempest. Now, as for where we should be looking, I rather doubt Emmett Selk will be sitting around out in the open. I propose we follow the slope down towards the deeper trenches and keep an eye out for rock formations large enough to house a stronghold. Let's be off then, but watch your footing. The ground is still wet and like to be slippery. Why we stop here? The ocean floor is a strange place to be, of course, but this ether, it is like naught I've ever seen. This outcrop seemeth natural. Get fucked. The gloom down here is so suffocating compared to that endless night sky we saw. But I suppose Emmett Selk has nowhere else to go. Da, 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 da. Amphisbia Bane. Ondo Youth. That's a really cool etherite. How really cool. I wonder how did like Granalt arrived here and just like started living here. The finless ones, they followed me. Yeah, no shit, just fucking ran straight line. I mean, it wasn't really hard, was it? Ah, so this is where the Ondo make their home. I had wondered. Pray forgive us any inconvenience we have caused. We were not aware your people lived here in the Tempest. We need this great dome of air that we might conduct a most urgent search and thus beg you for your understanding. Chieftain, what are we to do? Are you emissaries of the Ancient Ones? The mysteries have steered. We have seen the illuminated land shining through the gloom of the abyss. If you are the emissaries, the chosen, I bid you welcome. If you're not, I bid you leave. I am not sure I understand. Would you be willing to elaborate? It would seem not. I suggest we withdraw for the moment. So what's the plan? Given your condition, I'm reluctant to suggest lingering here. That said, our presently meandering search would proceed far more swiftly if we could call upon the Ondo's local knowledge. Yes, I'd like to know more about this illuminated land the chieftain spoke of. Could it be Emmett Selk's stronghold, do you suppose? Perhaps he lit the lanterns upon his return? We cannot dismiss the possibility, but if these Ondo refuse to speak with us... Filmina, do you remember my first scheme for entering Yulmore? How I had planned to ingratiate myself by offering lucrative trading opportunities with the Ondo? The individual I dealt with was reticent in matter and curious in custom, but we were able to reach an agreement nonetheless. I believe that with the right approach, we can build a similar relationship here. What kind of approach did you have in mind? The chieftain fellow didn't leave us many options. If we are to tread the swiftest course, then we must needs locate its beginning. This plain our all too dramatic arrival hath thrown this settlement into confusion. Were we to solve such problems as we have caused, and assure our hosts thereby that our purpose here is not inimical to them, they may yet prove amenable to reason. I smell chores, but very well, if it can be done quickly. What do you think? I have nothing better to offer, but I do worry that But I do offer what will happen if the Ondo's tales end up leading us to a dead end. Cannot say for certain, but I sense this tribe has a deeper connection to the Asians than first meets the eye. It warrants further investigation, thus I cast my vote in favor of aiding the settlement for the time being. But I can, I suppose. Then is settled. Y'shtola, pray proceed with your investigation. The rest of us will see about fostering some goodwill. The men I won't believe who I've just bumped into. This is House 1, the very fellow I did business with prior to our ill-fated stay in Yulmore. I waited and you did not come. Then the mist still came, but his visits did not continue. I'm truly sorry, House 1. Things did not proceed as planned. Is there aught we can do for you by way of an apology? Perhaps. Where the dry return, a cavern to the north, is home to giant crabs. We do not fear the crab, for we are the swifter swimmers. But now there's no water. We run, and they scuttle close behind, snipping and snapping with their claws. There are too many of them. Too many. I believe I can be of assistance there. Extermination. And what of you, Filmina? If you've not found the task, you are most welcome to join me. Indeed, I should appreciate the company where the dry return has a rather ominous ring to it. Extermination of crabs? Not a problem. I love that, like, we don't mind exterminating crabs and shit, but it's always an issue if, like, can you exterminate this other tribe of dwarves? Well, no, they're sentient, so we can't just do that. Alright, that's not good. But these crabs, yeah, that's fine. Fuck them. We can't talk to them, so we might as well kill them. They're clearly the bad guys here because they're weaker than us. Ba-da-bow-bow. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-bow. Ba-da-da-do. Oh, we're the dry return. Definitely an ominous ring to it. Woohoo! What is a chain bonus? Seen it before, I just don't really understand what it is. XP bonus for chaining, for like grinding mobs. Could crack their shells, you must be stronger than you look. And see, you've reached your quota first again. I shall never be your equal in such tasks. Or any, really. Still, I would say we have reduced the local crab population to a far less threatening number. My thanks to both of you, you must have a reward. Nay, Pausch Sowan. This was to be a part of my apology to you, remember? Besides which, the lack of water is our doing, for which we must also make amends. Might I convince you to tell us something about your village instead? I would very much like to learn more of you and your people. Sure, yeah, why not? Very well. Before the flood came, it is said that our ancestral home was found in the seas out to the south. It was utterly destroyed by the light. Only those who were out hunting survived. They swam, aimless and lost, but they spied buildings here on the ocean floor. Strange buildings they were, and long had they stood under the water, yet somehow they had been spared the scars of time and currents. These structures provided shelter to my people, protection from the tempest's turbulent waters and the predators which hunted within them. Their very existence seemed a miracle. The first settlers pondered their good fortune. It was clear that the race who had built such wonders had guided their course, and from this did they discern the truth. That the ancient had chosen us to serve as caretakers. Of their eternal sanctuary, until such time as they returned. Thus, if it is judged that your coming and this great vanishing of water was by the ancients' design, you will find warm welcome here. A truly astonishing history, yet I cannot help but wonder how will the significance, or otherwise, of our arrival be decided. The ancients have blessed us with the protection and prosperity. If your presence serves to bring us the same, there will be no doubt in the matter. Ah, easy enough. Then it would seem our early decision was the correct one. We thank you for the lesson, Pausch Suan. And will continue to do all we can to assist your people. Should you desire help with any other trouble, pray do not hesitate to ask. We should return to the task at hand. Only do try not to overexert yourself, my friend. The risk far outweighs the gain. I'm surprised you guys are letting me out of your sight. Like, what if I have like an actually hard battle? I lose my shit, you know. Someone needs to be there to know. I'm just saying. Stola. Filomena, have you learned aught of note? Something about these ancient structures? Fascinating, and precisely the sort of information I was hoping to hear. In fact, if you have a moment, I'd like to borrow your eyes to confirm a theory I've been working on. Come. Bow, 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 bow. Slightly different name. City of the Ancients, huh? But how did parts of Amurat come? Well, I don't know if it's Amurat actually, but like, how did these buildings come here from the Sundering? You know. Now there are two tasks I would have you confirm. The first requires you to inspect the buildings which surround the Ondo settlement and note their most distinctive characteristics. For the second, I wish you to use this knife to take scrapings from one of the remnant walls. Pray be as thorough as you can. I shall be waiting here for the results of your investigation. So the structure which comprise the Ondo cups and identify their most distinctive feature. The tall, slender towers feature many elaborate windows, the likes of which you have seen nowhere else. So the point of the knife against the wall, but even after applying considerable pressure, you cannot remove so much as a flake. Though it doesn't look... This wall doesn't look too good for what they're saying, but yeah. And what have you discovered? Yeah, so I would agree that the windows are most distinctive. It would seem the structures appear the same to both your sight and mine. And you say you could not so much as scratch the wall, even with all your might behind the blade. I mean, everywhere I turn in this place, my gaze is drawn by peculiar materials for which I do not have a name. The buildings I had you investigate are prime examples. They may appear to be constructed of ordinary stone, but I assure you it is nothing of the sort. If pressed, I would describe the substance as a composite of several mineral properties blended to create a material of unparalleled durability. Even the Ronkan Empire, once the greatest power in Norvrent, produced nothing which compares to this level of perfection. But if not the Ronkans, then who? Who were these ancients the Ondo claim as the architects of their sanctuary? I suspect our answer lies with the reason Emet withdrew here to the Tempest. He may simply have wished to retreat somewhere mere mortals would struggle to reach, but there are many such remote locations. Why here, specifically? Emet is devoted to his role, and thus we might assume his choice of stronghold somehow serves the Asian agenda. Or mayhap it is a place more dear to him than any other. Saying this place was built by the ancient Asians? Yep. That is my theory, that these structures are remnants of a time before history, of a star that was yet whole and unbroken. How did that travel? Well, such traces in the source would have been obliterated by the successions of umbral calamities, but here in the first they might have remained untouched for millennia. A copy of the mural in the Kitana Ravel. Almet presented it to me during my visit to Fano after our victory in Colusia. Here in the first scene, by Emmett Salk's own words, it depicts a city of eons past and the disaster which befell it. The design is much simplified, of course, but do you see the similarities between its towers and those you have just inspected? Also the windows, right? We are close to the truth, I feel. Let us search the surrounds for every tower. For another tower. One which matches the picture near enough to remove all doubt. From what I have seen, not more than sand and more sand lies to the east, and the south held no such structures. I suggest we try our luck further to the northwest. Kind of doesn't look like it, does it? But for some reason... I don't see it. This is the mural writ large. I can't guess at its purpose. It must have been an imposing sight. How much of the tower's height lies hidden beneath the ground, I wonder. Centuries of our history have settled upon such ruins, countless layers of dust and sediment. An entire civilization, its existence forgotten by all except a handful of Asians. And yet it did exist. They lived here in the city. But let us focus on what we have learned thus far. The Ondo chieftain spoke of mysterious steering of a land illuminated. Judging by his words, he believes this phenomenon related to the ancients' return. Thus can we surmise that what the Ondo saw, shining in the abyss, was, in all likelihood, yet another remnant of this age-old civilization. And who else would light the lanterns, as Rin put it, than Emmett Selk himself? It is almost certain he is there. But if we are to find the stronghold in a timely manner, it seems gaining the Ondo's trust remains our swiftest path forward. I only hope our deeds are enough to win them over. Thank you for assisting me with my investigations. I shall seek out our companions and share what we have learned. Much as I would like to tell you to sit down and leave the rest to us, your condition demands that we make all reasonable haste. If you are not too wary, it may be useful to speak with Pausch Uan again and ask if there is aught else he is willing to divulge. Yeah, but before that... I just wonder if, oh, look at this. What if Amarat is completely hidden from sight, though? And you kind of see it, right? Isn't that Amaranth though? It's purposely too far, so it's like grayed out kind of thing. Oh wait, I could go around, right? Let's see. I'm sure they definitely hid it on purpose, right? So you can't see it. Though you do see something, but don't really see what it is. It's like specifically a bit of fog or some shit like that. And there's no way to like make it happen. Alright, fine. Fair enough. I won't try any harder. Yeah, this is a different level. So you have to go under, so yeah, you can't see it. Smart. Smart. Alphinaud's friend, you and your companions have done much to repair the damage caused when the waters parted. Yep. Anything else you can do? Have you been to the Walls of the Forgotten? I think I've just come from there. Realms to the northwest, yes? You visited them unbidden? Shh, could it be that your footsteps were guided by the ancients? I believe it may be so. Listen then, and I will tell you of our plans to bring light to the walls, that we might answer the shining call of the illuminated land. We have requested a finless craftsman to shape for us a sacred lamp. He is odd for a land dweller, choosing as he does to live in the ocean, but his skill is beyond question. It is concerning, however, that we have heard nothing of his progress. If you were to visit this artisan and return with our long-awaited light, then any doubt as to your purpose would be laid to rest. His name is Geralt. You will find his workshop in the metal structure to the south. And there is Geralt. Long time no see, old friend. But he has hair here, right? It's not bald. He's a rock star over here. God damn, that's far. Oh, that's just great. That is. My mind's playing tricks on me now. Look, Granold, someone's come to visit you at the bottom of the bleeding ocean. Or might be as you're a ghost, eh? Go on, foul shade, feast yourself on me, rotten soul. I've got no use for it, a craftsman. What can't craft is more pointless than a sea slug with a domin hammer. And that's an insult to bloody sea slugs. Wow. Love the tail thing. Eh? You wouldn't be trying to raise me spirits now, would you? Spirit. Not what you'd expect from a servant of the underworld. This fucking guy. Yeah, we met. I wonder how you bloody well found me. This here's meant to be me underwater sanctuary, a place where I can give myself over to me work, far from the distractions of the outside world. And yet, here we stand. Now what's so damned important that you dive all the way down to the bottom of the bleeding tempest to bother me? Well, you know, this and that. Ah, the Ondo's lamp. God's cursed me, empty head. I've not so much as made a start. I'm worth less than a sea slug, nay, the slime left by a sea slug. Me delivery dates long past, my workbench is untouched, and I call myself a bleeding artisan. You have heard their beliefs, have you? Bringing light to them, ruin will be an act of deep religious and cultural significance. And it was my privilege as a craftsman to be tasked with providing a ritual instrument worthy of the occasion. But I just can't bloody well. My mind's bleeding blank. It's like I've pissed away my last drop of inspiration. Tell me you've got summit to show me. Summit as will give me muse, a right good kick up the arse. They only want to honor the coming of these ancients, so their answering lights got to blaze with the right kind of brightness. Like the spark of life caught in a crystal, but just being sparkly is not enough. It's got to dance with joy and sorrow and a sense of hardship endured, you know what I mean? Oh, okay, I remember why you have to do those. This is a particular kind of inspiration, the kind that crystallizes only at the culmination of a long and tragic tale. Complete any of the role quest lines available, the wandering stairs in the Crystarium, then return to Granite once more. Yep, that's what I thought it was. Okay, the inspiration. Cool. Alright, so gonna take a break here. I'm gonna finish the healer. We're gonna take a break, a few hours. Gonna, eat, hit the gym, all that stuff. Come back later. We're gonna do all the healer stuff. And then we'll finish off Shadowbringer's Hells to the... Yes. Alright. I'll see you then. Peace.